As I dey plant you, they give me the rain. You know you tell me where I dey. Baba, thank you. Therefore, not laughing, me love you today. Heaven is how you dey shower your grace. Now you're like, baby, show me the way. Baba, thank you. Lord, you are
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You answered good afternoon. Yeah, you did, Doreen. It's good to see all of you here. The problem with presenting the last, there's a lot of pressure for you to meet expectation and exceed expectations. Thanks to my brother-in-law and my sister over there, I had to wait for you guys to come in, all right? Thank you for joining. In a special way, thank you, Debbie. I work with Debbie, my colleague. She's the business development manager. And George, thank you for making time. George has been working with exams the whole time, Cambridge exams, and they're quite intense. And as well, Mr. Royce, thank you for being the media team. I was thinking the topic to present, right? And I just looked at the last couple of weeks. And one of the comments that a lecturer made actually made me to know which topic to present. So I normally walk into a classroom, mostly at this time, or after the lecturer has started the classroom, maybe like 15 or something. So at this particular time, I was actually very early in the class. But the lecturer came, looked, there were some people that were still missing, and was like, oh, Ezekiel is here. I was like, yeah, Prof, I'm here. Oh, so everybody is in class? Yes, I said yes. And that's because of the nature of our jobs and what I do. Most of the time when I speak to people and they tell me, Ezekiel, you don't have time. We call you, you're busy, I'm in a meeting and all that. People become crossed with what I do. And I always say, it's the nature of our job. So what do? I am the head of marketing and communications in an international school. And this, most of the time, is not understood actually what we do. Ideally, people, when you tell them you work in a school, they expect two things. You're a teacher, right? Or two, you're a student. There is no in between. It's either you're a student or you're a teacher. So when you say you're marketing, what are you marketing at school? Students go to school, a teacher teaches, you go home, the work is done. However, that is different. International schools, they are multi-billion-dollar industries. One semester can buy you a few cars, protein kamakis, and all that. So the investments that have been done, more than any business, most of the time. So where do we fit in? We fit in 6 things. That's not my topic today. I'm just giving the groundworks here. First is bringing the numbers. Debbie is always looking at graphs all the times, telling me the numbers. Here, we're going to drop some, we're going to have some. Because the leads in an international school, they are the field that fills that school. One student is worth millions of money. By estimation, a student will spend about 18 million in that kind of a school by the time they're finishing. So multiply that number by 1,000 and you can see how much money they make. So our work is to make sure that the enrollments keep coming. That means you're doing above the line marketing, below the line marketing. We just made a stopover as we are coming because we have put some above the line marketing that is going up, a lot of money. But then I was told that somebody has not consented. And I had to quickly just stop and say, you need to take that down. It has costed money to put that board up. They cost 100,000 shillings. Those are some of the things we do. I was late to pick my photographer over there because I had to sort that one out. So regeneration, getting numbers. The other thing is customer service. How do you approach your customers? These are not your normal clients. They expect far and beyond the normal service that they get in a public school. That will be my topic today. Third, how do we engage with their stakeholders? A school is not just made of students and teachers, contrary to what many think. It is made up of the school, of the Ministry of Education, Tatu City, sometimes they are not giving approvals for the buildings. The Department of Students, when students are going abroad, we have to send letters to the embassy. We have a group that was going to the US and they were being delayed because the US embassy is not giving Sudanese visas. That's a problem on our school. So there's a lot of stakeholder engagement that goes on. And all this, they require different kind of engagement. How you engage with the Ministry of Education is not the same way you're going to engage with your parents. It's different. Alumni, after they have gone, they are your advocates. You know, here in Kenya, we hear somebody is from Mangu School, from Alliance, isn't it? Right? There's the other side of the other international schools. So we have to follow our students. Majority of our students, actually, is only 45% that we saw that remains in Kenya. All the other ones, they go abroad. We have some of them here, but I think only 2. All the others venture out. These are students, you have to follow their path. Where have you gone? Because they are your lifetime advocates. Their children and the graduates, they're going to come back to the school. Retention, we retain for every single student who leaves the school. Where have they gone? Where have they dropped off? I know in some of the schools, like you just drop off, even the teacher doesn't know whether you existed or not. As we follow, because those are gold, and you have to be treated as such. So my topic today, customer service. And I want to add a star to it. I know, Iris, you normally go to hotels, right? So if you go to a 3-star hotel and you receive a 3-star service, what is going to be your reaction? You'll be happy? Okay. What if you go to a 5-star hotel and you receive the same kind of a service for 5-star? You go to where? Kempeneski. Oh, there's another hotel we went. Where did we go? The other side to Remuru, that side of Remuru. It was very nice. George, were you there? No, you didn't go. No. Debbie, what was that? It's part of the Lake Naivasha Resort Hotels. Very nice one in Tigoni. Eh? If you go there and you receive that kind of a service for a 5-star, what's going to be your reaction? Gonna complain. Why are you going to complain? It's a 5-star hotel. You have received a 5-star service. No, it's a 5-star hotel, but you have received a 5-star service. Okay, yeah. Good. What if you went to a 5-star hotel but received a 3-star service? You're gonna complain? Cool. What if you went to a 5-star hotel but received a 6-star service? Cool, awesome. Customer service is going beyond the expectations. And that's what you're saying about the 6-star experience. Most of the time, if you pay for something and you receive exactly that particular service, well, I'm happy that I paid for it, isn't it? There is no any other added advantage. However, if you go to a service and you receive a 6-star service, they have gone beyond the expectation. Now, I'm saying this because we have visited, of course, many schools. We have looked. They have invested. But the kind of service that you receive at the gate sets the tone of how you're going to engage, all right? So Chebet, imagine this. You come. Hi, so at the gate you find these guards, okay? And they tell you, what are you here to do? I'm here to see so-and-so. Okay, did you have an appointment? No, call them, and then you just go into the reception, and then you're just there, and hi. Somebody is chewing, not giving you any attention. What do you think?
Obviously, they have really bad customer service, and if it's a school, I'm definitely not enrolling myself or my family there.
Good. Now imagine this. Mr. Bet, you're here, you have your nice car, and you come in. You roll your window. Hi, Mr. Bet, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Very good. Yeah. So on our paper, you have that you're going to meet Mr. Ezekiel. Is that so?
Yes.
All right. Please let me register you, and then you can proceed to the reception.
Thank you.
And then you find this young lady in the reception. Oh, hi, Mr. Bet. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Very good. We have been waiting for you. Welcome to Crawford.
Thank you.
Oh, where is Darren? You didn't come with Darren. Where is your boy today?
He was not feeling well.
Oh, sorry about that. Sometimes it happens, yeah? All right, but your family is good?
My family
All right, yeah, please have a seat and somebody's going to come and be with you shortly. Would you like a cup of water?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. How is that service?
Excellent.
How did it make you feel?
Important. They
Important?
asked about my family.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mr. George, how did that make you feel? Great. Exactly. It made you feel important. It made you feel seen. It made you feel acknowledged. All right? And that's what is customer service. Mr. Betia says something very important, that she's not going to enroll in that school. All right? So I want you to picture this, because you guys are going to be the employers of the future. You're going to be the business people. You're going to have these multi-billion industries. You're going to sell these. That's the reason we are all here. All right? So you as a CEO, you can put as much as you want in terms of facilities and infrastructure, and you hire a couple of people. But you're not there to supervise them and see what happens. So you might be having all this, but there's no numbers. So you're thinking, I have this good facility, but nothing is working. Because most of the people invest in the building, the facilities, but they forget to invest in the most critical aspect, the human element, the human factor. All right? I was happy when Wabui was talking about the mental awareness and the health, and we just had that, I think, last week, but a whole campaign for that. Critical. Looking after your employees. Because they can only deliver a service equivalent to how they are being treated in that particular company. You cannot give something. If whatever you're stepping like cold water. You can only give cold service, isn't it? Statistics. In terms of 26 people, if Chebet was to complain and say, you guys, your customer care is terrible, trash. By Chebet saying that, 26 of your clients have actually gone home without complaining or saying anything to you, but they're not going to come back. So it means by the time one of the customers is complaining, you have lost 26. Now, I want you to make a multiplication of 26 times 18 million. See how much money you have lost. All right? That is in business. All right? It's only business people who actually understand the pain of losing a client. So you can imagine how much money you would have made. 2, if one person receives bad customer service, they're going to tell approximately 9 to 15 people of the kind of a shoddy service that they received. 9 to 15. 13% are going to tell more than 20 people. So you can imagine, if one of you complain to Wabui over here, the whole of this class will know that that particular school has very poor, extremely poor service. Now, sometimes a bit unfair, because at the front, that was where the problem was, but at the back, you have very good services. But remember, you have a gate. For me to access the back, first you have to pass the front. All right? Now, how do you come to know and how do you improve on that? There are 3 elements. Customer service is not just the reception, which is what most of the people think. It goes beyond. And in these billion industries that are producing massive, you need them to invest, not just in your customer service at the front, but the teachers who are behind you, how they respond, the emails, the tone, the intensity, and how fast of the turnaround. So Bonnie, you send an email today, and it's going to be responded to next week. And maybe you're complaining about something. How will you feel about that? Not good. All right? Imagine you send an email and you say, hey, I was informed that my daughter was not feeling well. What happened? And then within about 10 or 20 minutes, an email is responded to you telling you, Mr. Bonnie, we understand. However, your child did not have anything concerning for us to inform you. It was just a minor headache, which the nurse handled, and now your child is fine. How will that make you feel? All right, cool. Customer service is making people feel appreciated and valued. Simple as that. Again, in terms of numbers, when these people are looking for this kind of scores, remember, they are few and they're segmented. So if a parent is going to take a child to a school that's cost about in a term or in a year, let's say it costs about 1.5 million per year. So that parent has a lot of options, isn't it? They can easily take their kid to any kind of school, you name them. So where are they going to come exactly to your school? Price? No. They can already afford it, right? 2, the quality of what you are offering, be it Cambridge, are you offering BTech? Is that what they're going to come to school for? No, because even the other school, they have the same offering. Others is about the total solution, like my kid is going to get this holistic experience. No, because majority of them has invested in that. Customer service and engagement makes 39% of why a parent will choose one school over the other. Customer service, nothing else. So when we have seen a number of these major schools struggling for numbers, sometimes it's not even what goes beyond that. It's about the interaction that they have. 39%. Therefore, it is important as you build your business, and these I'm focusing on the people who are going to build their businesses, the circles, because I expect that I'm talking to future business leaders. After all is said and done, after you have invested in your media team, after you have invested in all that, the critical element that remains is how your business makes your clients feel valued and feel seen. From the walk-ins, from the tone of engagement, from how you respond to your parents, from how you respond to those emails that are sent, from how you manage complaints, right? And more importantly, it is assuming that if you're in that kind of a space, I already expect a certain level of customer. But it's about going beyond that 1 star and exceeding expectation and going beyond that expectation. Because that is what you're going to set your business aside from the other millions of businesses that are within Kenya and abroad. Therefore, as I conclude, our work as marketers does not necessarily mean that we pick up placards. You know, that's what it means. Sometimes we are told, but you're just going to have a poster. No. Our work is actually about the people. We are in the people's business. As I sit on that desk, you are dealing with CEOs, you're dealing with business people, you're dealing with doctors. You have to manage the expectation. You have to manage them actually. Every time I'm sending that communication out, I always think, you're going to have a lecturer. We were in a class where one of the lecturers told us he used to have a kid where we are and the experience that she had. The other one is going to be a lawyer. They interpret what you say very differently. So it is actually about putting yourself in their shoes and imagine how they're going to interpret that message even before they do. It's about me knowing that exactly that's the value and the product that you're looking for and me tailor-making what we have to exactly suit that. So as a parting shot, AI and all the technology can come in place. And you can invest as much as you want with everything. You can have the 21st century skills awesome in your customer door, but there's something that it cannot replace. The human touch, the human warmth, the human engagement cannot be replaced. It can only be maintained, and you can do that by going beyond that 1 star to make it a 6-star experience and not a 5-star experience. My name is Ezekiel, and that has been my presentation for today. Thank you.